Okay, guys, today I'd like to share with you some thoughts on the COVID pandemic. As I appreciate the efforts of the governments across the world to control the spread of the pandemic through use of mask sanitizers and social distancing, is definitely a move which is fairly good. But then please note, if you analyze the situation carefully, you would understand that this is just not enough. Let's start with the mask. Except N95 and similar masks, which are pretty expensive, priced at around 500 rupees per mask. The pore size of the cloth masks are so big that the virus can easily pass through. The virus, as you know, is a tiny particle which can easily pass through the pores in a cloth mask, which are generally worn by public. In other words, it doesn't offer much protection. The second aspect, which is sanitizing the hands, it's an effort to control the spread of the virus through physical contact. But then recent research done by Japanese scientists have proven that the micro droplets containing the virus, which is present in the air when a COVID affected person coughs or sneezes, will stay there for quite some time, and it can infect another person through what is known as micro droplet transmission. Please note, avoiding touch and physical contact is good, but not good enough to prevent spread of the virus. Now let's look at social distancing. It's recommended that one must keep a meter's gap to avoid spread of the virus. But then the problem with this is that, see, the micro droplets containing the virus float in the air and can easily reach a person who is away by more than 1 meter. In other words, it's not as if keeping a social distance of 1 meter will safeguard you. The droplets containing the virus stays afloat and moves along with the current or movement of the air and can reach a person who is much more than 1 meter away from the affected person. In other words, social distancing, though it is a good measure, is not protection enough. All this leads us to one big question. What exactly is the protection against COVID? Is there any real protection against COVID? See, when I say this, the rate of spread, even in countries with stiff regulations and restrictions, reveals or supports or testifies what I am telling right now, because all these measures are good, but not good enough to control the spread of the virus. So what is the real safeguard against the virus? There's only one. That's fortifying or strengthening one's own immunity. As we have noticed, the mortality rates are high amongst the elderly with a weak immune system. amongst the diabetic patients with weak immunity, amongst youngsters and kids with weak immunity again. So, the only real protection against the virus lies in strengthening one's immunity. There is absolutely no other way. And how do we strengthen one's immunity? By consuming fruits and vegetables which are really rich in vitamin C and iron, the combination that fortifies the immune system. So this possibly is the only real protection against COVID. I would like to underscore and reinforce the fact that whatever measures are being taken, like the mask, the sanitization, and the social distance, is good, but not good enough to prevent the spread of the virus. The only real way of blocking the spread of the virus is by strengthening one's own immunity, and there is absolutely no other way. And this is what I would like to share with you today. Thank you very much. Try and strengthen your immunity. Wish you a strong immunity and safety from COVID. Thank you very much.